Languages in South Africa by two autisms.
Question 1. How many languages are there in South Africa? There are 12 languages, such as Ndebele, Sepedi, Sotho, South African Sign Language, Swazi, Sangha, Swana, Venda, Afrikaans, Xhosa, Zulu, and English. Holy, that's way too many, Uncle.
What is the most common language spoken in South Africa? The most common language spoken in South Africa out of the 12 is Zulu. 24.7% of the homeboys in South Africa speak Zulu. About 12 million people spoke it in 2013. We don't know exactly how many speak it in 2026.
Allow talking John to track your location. Question 3. What are some common words in Zulu? If you plan on going to South Africa for no reason or if you want to colonize it. If you want to say hello in Zulu, say Sawubona. I have no idea how to pronounce it. If you want to say bro, say Bahuti. If you want to say sister, say Sisi. This language is tough. 2 thumbs up.
Question 4. Where do they speak the languages in South Africa? They speak all the languages in many different places in South Africa, such as Karamas, Eswatini, Lesotho, Madagascar, Malawi, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, and Zambia. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. 5. Do they speak the languages here in Canada? Just like many other countries, the languages are not commonly spoken, but still spoken here. So yes, the languages are still spoken here in Canada, but are not a main language, obviously. A main language would be English, and a second main one would be French. So unfortunately, these are not main languages.
Greetings.
Why do they have so many languages in South Africa? They have so many languages in South Africa because white colonizers and some Africans divided South Africa so that they would fight amongst each other, and each different part of the fight had a different language.
Question 7. Are the languages still spoken? Yes, all the languages are obviously still spoken, or else there wouldn't be a statistic on Wikipedia only dating back to 2013 of what % of South Africans speak each language. Furthermore, me and Jack were able to find books in those languages like the one on screen. I'm sure some African languages were lost to time, but we're talking about modern day. This was a stupid question, but we were out of ideas.
Question 8. Where can you learn South African languages? You can learn South African languages in Duolingo. In fact, Duolingo is how we learned some words in Zulu. And like we said earlier, we found books that teach these languages.
Did the languages face racism? South Africa was one of the most racially divided countries in the world, controlled by white people and had their languages silenced for centuries in the age of colonization. But I will go into more detail of that in the next slide. Question 10. What did the white colonizers do to the languages? You ever wonder why English is even a spoken language in South Africa in the first place? Well, a bunch of Dutch a-holes conquered South Africa and tried to erase their languages and convert them into being what they thought was quote-unquote normal. Not only that, but they also led to interracial marriage being illegal and also created an apartheid, which basically means the separation of black and white. And then the British conquered South Africa from the Dutch just to basically do the exact same thing. Nelson Mandela was the one who ended the apartheid because he's epic.
One deal dingle.
Credits and sources. Duolingo for the translations. Wikipedia for the information. Gemini to teach us how to pronounce the words we butchered. Dawson's dad for teaching us about the historic facts. Stop moving. Question 3. What are some common words in Zulu? If you stop moving.
Oh yeah.
Question 3. But stop. Cool.
Oh god. Okay, I'll lock in.
Question 3. What are some common words? Question 3. Question 3. Stop. Question 3. Stop. 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 Stop.
I'm dying. Okay, I'll lock in.
Okay, we need to go anyway.
You want me to record mine for...
Yeah.
I'll record